during the show.
That's what I'm talking about.
So you mentioned underwriting.
Yeah.
You've been kind of on a bit of a tear about underwriting.
Listen, man, why do we have to lie about this stuff?
I don't know. I think we have to have this posture. We have to show that we're credible.
How does it make you credible? Okay. When did we decide that being the shot caller, the decision maker, is a bad thing? What kind of pudding soft society are we? I mean, it's like we need to have the bad guy behind closed doors. So we can be the good guy when we have to tell them that we're not going to give you $200,000, we're only going to give you $175,000. I
am a fan of playing the higher authority game in negotiations, right? So if I say like, hey, RJ, look, that's more than I can get approved, what you're looking to get. I'm not saying that I can, but if I can get that number approved, what would happen after that? And they're telling me like they're committed. Now I've cleared the obstacles and I step outside real quick and get in and we get a signed contract, right?
Yep.
But that's just for me to get a clear commitment knowing that there's nothing left, right? They're saying they're all in on this deal.
Here's the thing though. Everything that took place up until that moment led you to that moment.
Yeah.
Like you're leading yourself to that moment.
Right.
That's part of your process. My thing is if we are constantly leading ourselves to, we need to be on hold for 3 minutes to then go talk to the fake finance department, to then come back to be on hold for 3 more minutes, to then come back to talk to the, I'm lost. I've already closed the deal.
Right.
And we're spinning in circles in a conversation. I don't think it's what this industry is going down a path right now where regulations are coming after us. Realtors are going, I mean, basically it's pointing in a direction where over the next couple of years, to be a wholesaler, you're going to have to be licensed.
Or you have to buy the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wholesaler. So I'm saying to be a wholesaler,
yeah,
you're going to have to be licensed or buy the house, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that it's wise of us to continue to be pushing out all over social media that we are intentionally lying, manipulating, and making up stories to sellers, and then saying, but we have a place in the market because we help people. If you help people, why are you lying to people?
So I had a chance to talk to an owner of a major wholesaling operation who's had a chance to be in front of a judge, not once, but twice. And we have our, like, you know, the precedent says, this state says we can do it. This state says we can do that, right? We can just double close all these things, right? And I was explaining to him all these things, right? And he said, just let me stop you right there. If a judge has to stop to understand what you just said, you lost.
Yep.
Like, damn. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Facts.
What your position is, right? Because put yourself in the position of the judge who's dealing with case after case after case after case all day, every day. And this is just a job. He just wants to get through the day.
Yep.
Right. This is not a Supreme Court justice.
Right.
This is a guy who's sitting here who may have just had to deal with a situation where, you know, someone's trying to get out of, I don't know, a settlement, or they were a civil suit on like commissions, a civil suit on evictions, right? Collections, whatever. Like, he does not have the brain power to understand wholesaling, arbitrage,
right,
double close.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And when we talk about this as an industry, like, we need to get back. What is being leveraged against us? Are we good for sellers? Do we have any ethics? There's no code of conduct for wholesalers, right? So why are they bringing regulations down on us? But essentially to try to eliminate us, to get us to go under the code of ethics and the fiduciary duties that realtors are held under.
Yeah, we're in the minority. Well, here's the thing, though. We could, I mean, if you look at the commercial real estate agents, they're still not under any kind of, right? Like, a realtor has a code of ethics.
That's where we're getting pushed to.
I know, but I'm saying like commercial real estate agents aren't regulated, so they got to
But that's what I'm saying. The direction we're headed is that even in single family real estate is getting pushed in the direction of what commercial agents are.
No, but commercial agents they can do whatever they want. There are no.
I know, but what I'm saying is what just happened with the NAR settlement, right? Buyers agents are no longer.
But those are residential. I'm saying residential agents are all screwed.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying the commercial agents are still doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
There's no regulations there whatsoever, or very, very hardly any regulations. So I want to touch on two things about the underwriter, right? So
that's what I was going to ask you. Don't move on from the underwriter. I want you to say something about it. You always keep making me say something about it.
RJ is the bad guy.
Yeah, you have an opinion on this too.
RJ is the bad guy for sure. So I do, sales training. I'm very fortunate where I get to train some of the top operations in the country. And in our calls, I say that stop saying underwriter, and I say it for two reasons. First, I learned from a mentor of mine some time ago, if they have to Google it, you lost a sale, you just didn't know it yet.
Yep.
I don't believe half the country knows what an underwriter is.
No.
So you talk to an older couple, and you say, I have to go talk to underwriting. There's a possibility in their mind of like, who's the underwriter?
Do you know what that sounds like?
I mean, car finance.
I mean, it's the connotation behind it is we're coming in low. Underwriting. I agree. I think, dude, the majority of this country has no idea what is happening in a real estate transaction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even people that own a home, there's a large percentage of them that don't even know what the word escrow means.
Oh, yes. I did a closer reaction to Naaman Taylor where he said escrow, and it set the seller off because she didn't know what that meant.
Right.
She's like, my escrow is fine because she's thinking about her PITI escrow account.
Yeah.
And he's saying, I'm going to deposit money into escrow, and
she lost it.
She lost it. And he had to work another 10 minutes to get it to come back.
Right.
And then I paused it right there and I said, stop using language that they don't understand.
Right. So we lose sales.
Yeah.
Saying fancy words. And you and me, underwriting is like a joke word.
Right.
But for a person who's going through duress, whose family is going through bad times, you throw out the word underwriter, they might not know what it means. Right? So you're confusing them. If they're confused, are you more likely or less likely to get a signed contract? Second thing I say is stop taking ourselves so goddamn serious. Like we buy houses, we're not doctors.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're helping a person out of a bad situation, but we are not this image.
Yes.
We place upon ourselves. We're not angels coming down from heaven to save, to rescue the day. Like we're helping someone out of a bad spot. Yeah. I genuinely believe we're doing a good service. But this idea of like we are the finance department or or loan mortgage originator.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and maybe, there are house buyers that believe that they're more important than that. Like for us, like this is a one-to-one human to human interaction, right? You're doing business with me. You're not doing business with disruptors. You're not doing business with Onward Financial Solutions, Trang Holdings.
Right.
That's not who you're doing business with. You're doing business with Steve.
Yes.
And so when you say underwriter, it's like, who?
My favorite part is it's funny because they're doing business with you.
Right.
They don't even know who you are.
Or your company.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I can't not tell you how many times I've gotten a signed contract. And as we're saying bye, they say, what's your name again?
Yeah.
They exactly what you're talking about. Don't take yourself so serious, okay?
Yeah.
They care about one thing. In this process, like, is my need going to be resolved?
Right.
And how quickly are you going to be out of my life?
Right. It's that question we've talked about in the past on Uncertainty Talks, which was like, am I going to be okay? Everyone has this one question in their mind, right? Consciously, subconsciously. Am I going to be okay?
Yeah.
Our job is to deliver the message that you're going to be okay. That's our only job.
So this is why, going back to it, I want to be the shot caller.
Right.
So if I'm on the phone, in your scenario, am I okay? Right. So we have two different scenarios. You want to sell? Yes. How much you want? Okay. What's going on? Okay. I can do that for you. Okay. It's over. They are confident that I'm going to take care of them.
Right.
They are going to be okay.
Yeah.
The other scenario. How are you doing today? What do you got going on this Memorial Day weekend? Oh, that's awesome. I love going out on the lake too. Now let's talk about real estate. And then they go into, how old's the roof? How old's the HVAC? When's the last time you did that? And we're 12 minutes in, and then it's, how much would you want for this? Let me see if I can get that approved for you from my underwriter. And then we put them on hold. And then we come back. And then we say, we didn't get you 100,000. We got you 44,000. How's that make you feel? You know?
No one says that.
Well, okay, whatever. Whatever these fake things. But $44,000, and then we put them on hold and we come back and we eventually land on whatever number we feel at. I think you get to a point where it's hard for me to see how some of these scripts work.
Yeah. Well, it takes significantly more practice.
I've yet to see a video where I have watched that script go down and I go, okay, now I see it. Every time I watch it, I'm like, wow, it's got no direction. This is awful.